Thank you for joining us for the 15th episode of
Pharm Girls.
Marcia's back, and we have a great VIP in the house.
It's awesome.
The one, the only, the Malaysian Sensation.
Yes, ma'am.
Raj Salvaraj.
Yay!
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Yes. Yes, and Raj is going to join us for the whole show today. What a treat.
What a treat. Yep.
Yeah. So let's just jump in.
Okay, so we're going to start with first, you guys went to the APHA conference in Phoenix
Yes.
in March. And Kelsey was along with you guys too.
That's great.
So we'll have you guys tell us about it, but also you guys did a presentation. Yeah. For about having a fellow at your association, correct?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of what a compliment. I mean, we've had the
that was
fellowship
really fun.
less than a year, and we were asked to come forward with as a smaller association and say, how'd you do it? And well, we said we made it up as we went. No. Raj did a fantastic job of presenting what he's done in the last year. And I just talked about things like how did we finance it and how did we get it started? And so, it was a great presentation. And we got a lot of compliments.
Yeah, a lot of really good feedback on that. So the presentation was basically how we establish the fellowship, what the fellow does, skills that they gain, and then transferable skills, for next steps and things like that. So it was really a fun time to put together the presentation and deliver it, and we got a lot of positive feedback. So it was overall a win-win there.
Cool.
Definitely.
Okay, now I should know this, but for those other people who don't know it also, what is APHA and who all was at this convention?
Yeah, I guess we should back up.
So APHA is the American Pharmacists Association. So this was their annual conference.
Okay.
So that was in Phoenix. It probably had 5,000 people maybe?
There were
several thousand people
there.
there.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So they had various different CE topics, speakers, booths, exhibits, different things like that. So they kind of had a whole gamut of things down there.
So really anyone who's a pharmacist could go?
Yeah, in any practice of pharmacy. The session that we presented was actually in with the other pharmacy associations. So we got to present, there was another meeting alongside the American Pharmacists Association meeting. It was the National Alliance of State Pharmacy Associations. So we talked to our peers at state associations. There were lots of other fellows there.
Yes. There were several other fellows there. So it was good to network with them. It was a association of state associations.
Right.
So
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. You just never know what you'll get to do.
You never know.
You know what we did get to do in Phoenix? We did, they don't always supply meals for everything. Right. So we did eat some very good meals.
We did, minus the last one. Got food poisoning on that last meal. Yeah.
That was not so good.
You got to watch the nigiri out there. You got to watch it. But it's okay, though. I had sushi the other day and
everything was fine.
Yes. Golden.
Well, but tell them about the car.
Oh, yeah.
So down in Phoenix, I think might be one of the few cities they are testing this company called Waymo. Have you heard of it?
I hadn't heard of it, no. And when I lived there, I don't think it was a thing. No.
It's a self-driving car.
Right.
So it's got cameras and everything. It's a nice like Jag. Looking, it's a nice car, but you call it up like an Uber, pulls up, you get into it.
With no one in it.
Yeah. Only 3 people maximum, though.
Weird.
Not 4. We got.
You can't have someone sitting in the driver's seat pretending.
Well, we had 4 in there, and they called us, and they're like, "Hey, you can't have 4 people in there." So only 3 people in there. It can fit 4.
4, right?
But only 3 people though. Yeah, self-driving car. That was nuts. Honestly, that's
because
cool
it almost looked like a Google car.
Yeah,
It had the thing on the top.
Looks just like a Google
like it was going to take pictures. Yeah,
looks like a Google car.
Except a Jaguar.
It was a Jaguar.
I don't know if Google's driving Jaguars around to take photos.
Yeah.
It was kind of a cool experience. It's a little creepy because the steering wheel moves.
Yeah.
And the pedals move, right?
I couldn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see. I was
scared.
scared.
And they said they have semis too.
Yes.
Yeah. That'll drive from Phoenix to Tucson. Not that far.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, an hour.
That was kind of a fun experience. We were able to take the car from the reception for UNMC College of Pharmacy to the reception for Creighton. Yeah.
So we got not super far for anything, but it was a cool experience, though. Very cool experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really crazy. Loved it. I want to tell you guys a little bit more about the drug shortage dashboard.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. We talked about it a little bit last month when Raj was with me.
Yeah. So the Nebraska Pharmacists Association is partnering with the Department of Health and Human Services to create a dashboard where consumers, patients, and prescribers can go to see if a pharmacy has adequate stock of a drug that is maybe in short supply.
Cool.
They're not doing any controlled substances.
Okay.
But they did just add albuterol.
Oh, okay.
The albuterol for nebulizers.
Okay.
Evidently, that is in very short supply.
Okay.
So, as well as Duoneb. So, any pharmacy that wants to participate, they can reach out to me, or get in touch with DHHS, and that way, hopefully, we can decrease the number of phone calls from prescribers and patients to the pharmacies saying, "Do you have this? Do you don't?" You know, at some point in time, especially during COVID too, our pharmacies almost had to hire another person just to answer the phone.
Right.
Just buzzing.
Yeah.
And is this the first type of thing where a patient can actually get on and see something like this? Because I was surprised that consumers were able to go on and check it out.
As far as I know, it is.
Yes.
So very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
That way, we can hopefully help patients and prescribers get the medications that they need.
Because it can be frustrating.
So frustrating. Yeah.
And now it's time for
Pharm Facts.
Okay. So in March, we had the Meds Coalition quarterly meeting, which we do. And Angie Pasho, I'm probably pronouncing
I think that's right.
Wrong. But from the Nebraska Regional Poison Center, she gave a presentation on the work that they do, which they do a lot of great work. And they are big in helping us with both our meds disposal grant program that we have and the statewide Narcan program. They do a lot to promote both that and the Stop Overdose Nebraska program for us.
They're such a partner.
They're a great partner. Mm-hmm. But when she was telling us stuff the other day, I was like, oh, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, I'm going to use this as a pharm fact. Because it was actually a pharmacist, Louis Godolm. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right.
Wild names.
So Gdalman. So I've never seen a name start like that.
Right.
But he established the first poison control center in the U.S.
Oh.
Yeah, a pharmacist. So he set up a poison information service at a hospital in Chicago in the 1930s, where he worked. He became known as the person around the country to contact in a poisoning case and would take calls at home around the clock. So if doctors had questions on poisoning, they would contact him for information.
Wow.
And so he became known as the person to contact for these things. And then in the late 1940s, he began to organize the poison information onto note cards. There were note cards he created, and he created a standardized form to collect new information on new toxic substances.
Wow.
So by 1953, he had collected an extensive library of information on thousands of poisons, and he established the first poison control center along with Edward Press.
Wow.
So that's a lot of note cards, I feel like.
Well, there were probably only 2 or 3 drugs back then.
Maybe. But they had said
1950.
When he started this, though there were a lot of childhood poisonings that were happening back then, and suicides is why he started doing this initially.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But by 1957, there were 17 poison control centers in the U.S., with Chicago Center serving as a model.
Wow. Things really move fast, because that was only like 4 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. I didn't know
that was a
started
real serious one until my bleep. Yeah.
It was a good pharm fact, though.
Sorry.
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it a bunch. All right. So let's jump in and talk to Raj about his fellowship. Raj, it has been such a great time to spend time with you, and it's gone so fast, and you have accomplished so much. So what is the one thing with your fellowship that you have been the most proud of?
I think the most proud I've been about a project. I think I have a lot of pride in the work that I do at the NPA, but I think kind of my baby was that HSync event I talked about, the Health Systems and Industry Network Conference. I'm actually in the process of planning HSync 2, coming to you this August 4th, here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yes.
But I would say that is my most achieved project so far.
Well, for sure, you took the ball and ran with it.
Yeah.
We just kind of said, do this. Make it happen. And you did.
What did you love doing about that, or love to do? What did you love doing
with the project?
With that project, yeah.
I think I loved the inception of it, of really building it from the ground up, and then being a part of the implementation process, and then also being part of the kind of the feedback and how can we make this better for the next part of it. So really all steps with it, but I think the implementation was definitely my favorite part.
Yeah.
Cool.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What are there a few other things that you're proud of, or that you were like, oh yeah, I really this was cool that I did, and
with regard
just in
projects
general?
I've done,
Yeah.
I think the projects that I've done that I was happy with included, administering the 1815 grant and really working with pharmacists across the state was really cool. Traveling to mid-year for ASHP, traveling to Phoenix for APHA, meeting one of my heroes,
Oh,
Right.
Inky
Oh,
Johnson.
yeah.
Right.
I got a
that was
chance
at
to meet
APHA,
him.
right?
So that was
Yeah.
at APHA. So there was a lot of unforeseen benefits from this fellowship that I didn't initially anticipate. So it's been great.
Talk a little bit about Inky Johnson and how you knew all about him long before you guys actually got to meet face to face at APHA.
Yeah. So Inky Johnson, if you guys haven't heard of him, INKY Johnson, he is a motivational speaker. I listen to him all the time while I was at the gym. Phenomenal speaker. He'll move you to tears, really. And crazy enough, he was our keynote speaker at APHA.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'm not here to network. I'm here to meet this guy. So
The first time we've ever seen Raj not care about networking.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I was on the edge of my seat the entire time listening to his speech. If you get a chance to, just YouTube him or Google him. You'll find it there for free. And then I found him at APHA in our exhibit hall, and I got a chance to meet him. And full disclosure, I do not get nervous in interviews or meeting anyone. I see everyone as equal. We all have 24 hours in a day.
Right.
But this guy, though, different. I was shaking. I couldn't catch my breath. My hands were
Wow.
sweating. And
I've never seen Raj nervous.
It was something.
We talked for maybe 2-3 minutes, but
Yeah.
it was
Felt like a lifetime.
Yeah, it was such a unique and awesome experience that was definitely one of my highlights, being at the NPA as kind of an offshoot of the direct
Right.
projects I've worked with.
So what does he talk about, or what's his story that makes him a motivational speaker?
Yeah, so he talks about his challenges in life. He almost lost his arm, almost lost his life. He was a 2B NFL prospect, and he got in a terrible tackle, ruptured an artery,
Wow.
almost bled out. And then he travels the country now sharing his story about his trials of overcoming challenges and hardships.
Wow.
So I resonate a lot with that.
Cool.
And it was so cool to meet him.
Yeah, it was a really great talk.
Was it?
But I
Yeah.
really thought we ended up sitting really, really far close to the front. I was pretty sure that Raj was going to sit on the floor, right?
It was
front.
like, yeah,
Legs
it was like
crossed.
story time.
Yes, legs
Yeah.
crossed, ready.
Like a
Yeah.
child at
Yes.
his presentation
People
from his
were on their phones,
yes.
and I was allowed to go up to them and be like, "Hey, you're gonna need to give me that,
Yeah.
please."
Yes.
Yeah. you
Phones
need-
down,
yeah,
everybody.
you're
Does
gonna need to
nobody
listen.
know how serious this is?
Right.
They were going through I felt really bad because prior to him coming up there were very distinguished and accomplished pharmacists
Right.
getting presented, and I was like, all right, let's just hurry this up. I was like,
He's like, yeah, good job, everybody.
Yeah, get off
Yeah.
the stage. There's more to
like
do.
pioneers, champions of pharmacy care. They've done amazing things for healthcare. I was like, all right, cool. Like, have you gone through what he's gone through? I
Right,
don't know.
nothing. That's
Yeah.
nothing. We're glad you did this. Did you lose an arm while you were doing it?
Yeah. I'm telling you, it was, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. And as soon as it was over, and there was probably several hundred people in that auditorium.
Yeah.
As soon as the speech was over, I was like, all right, we got to move now. So,
Yeah, that was really cool.
Cool.
That was
Yeah,
super
and did
fun.
you know he was going to be there before you guys went? You knew it
we
was-
did.
he
Yeah.
was-
Well, I guess
yeah.
once they announced that ABHA was in Phoenix, I didn't really look at their
Okay.
schedule. But then I think I just saw it on LinkedIn or
Mhm.
socials of like, oh, here's our keynote speaker.
Right. And you
I
were
was
like,
no
oh boy.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Anybody that heard his talk, I'm sure, went away
I'll have to look
went
him
away
up,
changed. He was a great speaker,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Okay, so next, what was most surprising about working at the NPA? Something maybe you didn't realize you would be doing or didn't realize you would like to do, like painting.
Yeah. So I painted,
You did
shot
paint.
fireworks in the streets. That
Yes.
is
Oh.
not legal in Kansas.
Oh,
so-
Yes, right.
okay.
Yes, we did not do that. I would say the most surprising thing coming from a very structured environment in school is having a very unstructured
Mhm.
workday. Some days are, meetings on meetings, and there's a lot
Right.
of things going on. But other days, it's really you choosing your schedule and building it. And some days I'm better at it than others. But that, I would say, was the most surprising thing coming from a very structured environment.
Okay. Did you find that difficult sometimes?
Yes, I would say
Yeah.
for sure. Sometimes it was definitely difficult to fill my day because I would I'm just very productive in the morning.
Mhm.
But as soon as that lunchtime hits, I kind of hit like a slump for a
Right.
couple hours.
Same.
But then I pick back up in the evenings
Yeah,
though,
that's
and
kinda how I am.
I have kind of my like back end energy
Right.
at that point. So like the start of the day and the end of the day is when I have my most energy. But middle of the day, I'm like, man, I kind of just want to go outside or
Right.
run my groceries because nobody's at the grocery store at that
Right.
time. Nobody's
Yeah.
at the
Good
gym
time
at
to
that
do that.
time.
Good time to do
So
Yeah, maybe we need to work from like I'd be good like 9 to 1.
that. Yeah.
And then maybe skip a little while and then come back like 7 to or
Yeah.
even 8 to midnight. I'd be good.
Even like for me,
That'd be good for me.
I think my ideal day would be like a 7 to 1, and then break from like 1 to 4,
Hmm.
and then maybe like 4 to 5:30 to like close.
7 sounds horrible.
Oh, I would love that if I
I'm
could
never
just like
gonna be the
wake
early
up.
shift
Yeah, if I
person.
could just
Yeah.
wake up and go. Oh my gosh, working early is so much better than working in the evenings for me.
Ooh, yeah, I like an 8 o'clock. I'm like, yeah,
An 8
like start
a.m.
at 8 at
p.m.
night.
8 p.m. start.
Yeah,
Amy's the night shift.
I'm the night shift for sure. Yeah.
Yes, you're more of a night owl for sure. All right. So, what advice do you have for our next fellow? Haley is going to be joining us.
Yeah.
We're super excited to get to meet her.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
yeah.
Even though I told Raj today, I think I've told Matt almost every day. I'm sad Raj is gonna
I
leave, and
know.
why does he have to leave?
I
Yeah.
know.
We have to put up like a picture of me
Yeah.
in the
I
office.
know, yeah.
I'll just have one by my desk.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Hi, Raj.
Yeah. Every morning you gotta like
I'll
you
just
gotta
sit
like
and
you gotta
talk. They'll
tap
be
it.
like, "Is she talking to herself again?" No, she's talking to Raj. Hi, this is what I did last night. Yeah, what did you do? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's what I do to Jinx. That's why I have so many like pictures of her on my computer. But I'd say advice that I would give to Haley would be to keep an open mind and to try everything once. There are things that I really enjoyed that I would do, more of.
Mhm.
Speaking with those senators or testifying would be something it's going to take a little bit of time
Right.
to get comfortable at. But networking with the schools I enjoyed, implementing programs was really fun. So there were a lot of things I liked and very few things that I was like, oh, that was nice one time,
Right.
and it'll
And
stay
you're
there.
like, okay, I'm
So-
good with that.
Yeah, I would say keeping an open mind and having the courage to try everything once.
Because I mean, you really did a lot of things that was just like, okay, here you go. You're gonna go do this, and you weren't really scared to go do it. So I think, yeah,
He wasn't scared at all, really, to go on pharmacy visits with us.
No,
We didn't know him very well when he hit the road
when
with
he
us.
hit the road with us.
Was
Yeah.
that, that's
true.
pretty into it, right? That was like the first
Yeah.
like month of my.
Yeah, that was right into it.
And he was
and he
changed-
still
changed
didn't jump out of
forever.
the car and
He
yeah,
changed
run
forever.
away. Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Okay. Serious question.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing as too much cheese?
This was a question Amy and I had a few days ago. I would say yes.
And I would say no.
This is where Amy and I differ. We're pretty similar except for this
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I asked that because when we went to this restaurant down in Phoenix, it's called Chico Malo. Pretty good, pretty good.
Yep.
They brought out three tortillas and then like a bowl of melted cheese. But
I was
it was
thinking
like
of
it
that.
was like a stringy cheese though instead of like a queso.
Okay.
Right.
It wasn't
Right.
like dippable. You have to like peel, like you have to like
Right.
pull it off.
Okay.
Too much
Too much.
cheese.
Huh. I don't feel like that's a thing.
I enjoyed it.
You did? Yeah.
I had a few pieces and I was like, this is too much.
I didn't need the tortilla. I just
You just ball it up in your hand
you
and
just crushed
eat
it. Made
it.
like a little
Yeah.
bouncy ball.
A little bouncy ball.
like a little bouncy ball. It was
Bounced it off the
delicious.
wall and then ate it. It was great.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious.
I feel like there's not too much cheese.
Amy and I
And
will,
Raj and I mean, we like a lot of the same things.
we're gonna agree to disagree
Oysters?
on this one. Oysters, bonwich,
Bonwich, that
like
was
banh
a new
mi
thing.
sandwiches, pho,
Yes.
Asian, Mexican, Greek, you name it, any
Yeah.
cuisine. Amy and I,
Indian.
we're gonna put it away.
Yeah. You guys like it.
We like it.
You have adventurous
foodies.
taste buds.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like
Diverse palate, as one would say.
Right.
that. Ah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
I like
Diverse
that.
palate. Yes.
Well, Raj, what do you feel you've learned in the last year or so that will be important moving forward in this profession?
I think one of the key things that I've taken away from this fellowship and working with such diverse audiences, whether that be pharmacists, across the state, senators, or even like our external vendors, is having an open mind to their opinions and seeing it from their point of view, I think is the most important, because only then can we really find a compromise. Because I think everybody
Mhm.
wants to do a good job in their position,
Right.
but I think the way that we approach how to do a good job differs so greatly.
Right.
So having that open mind to understand is critical to move patient care forward, and then yourself as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Which makes me think too, you have enjoyed reading a lot of books on how to talk to people also.
That's right.
Yeah. I do not know how to talk to people.
And so he's the master. What? Yeah.
He was already good.
He was already good, but yeah, he's really loves learning how to talk to certain
so
groups of people.
Yeah, if you're looking for somebody that can help you learn how to communicate, I suggest you connect with Raj on LinkedIn.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because he has all sorts of ideas on books too.
Yes.
Seriously, even giving like a presentation on communication basics, I think is critical. Because if you just sit and people watch, you can tell who knows what they're doing and who does not know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
which I think, I mean, for me anyway, in this job too, it's made me, like, I have always hated public speaking. Like, somebody just set me on fire. I do not want to public speak. I do not want people watching me, looking at me. And this job has changed me, I would say, completely on that.
Yeah.
Where I can get up in front of people now or walk in. Even I would never have wanted to walk into a place and have to be like, hey, I'm coming here to ask you about your pharmacy or whatever. That scared me to death. And now I'm like, yeah, sure, got this, or do podcast or go video or record
I wouldn't
a
believe that if you
commercial.
told me you didn't like that.
Or, I know, and people always think that because they're always like, what? You're so outgoing. It seems like you love to do that. And I'm like, oh my God, no.
It's the purple hair.
Yeah, right?
It's the power of the purple hair.
Yeah, the power of the purple hair.
It's
No,
not just the hair,
I'm
it's the
like,
power.
oh God,
Yes,
please,
yes.
nobody make me say anything.
Yeah, but now
I feel great.
You know what? I think you also get to a point where you just don't care.
Where you're just like, yeah, I don't know.
care. They might like me, they might hate me, don't
whatever.
care.
Yeah.
That's honestly part of it, though. And I'm going to rephrase what Marcia said in having courage with it instead of not caring.
Okay, so I have more courage now.
Right.
Yes,
more
yes.
courage.
Marcia's very courageous. And it's how you say it, right? You could be delivering the most detailed, important, life-changing information to someone, but if you can't relate to them, or if you don't have the right emphasis, the right pauses, right, have them lean in and really understand what you're saying, in a tone that resonates with them, they're not going to stick to the information.
Yeah, right. I always think, kind of knowing your audience.
Absolutely.
Which we talk about that a lot too. Yeah, just knowing your audience and how because I can be pretty wackadoodle, but you got to know your audience,
right?
When you're there.
Are you
really
a full 10?
Yeah.
Are you a 1? Like what's the dial?
Where are we at?
Yeah, dial it down.
Dial it up.
Dial it up is okay. Yeah, you're exactly right.
I will say I was terrified to talk in front of kids at first, like high school kids, and then I was like, do I really care? Like what they think of me? Not really.
No.
And when I was a kid, would I have just been like, oh, okay, here's someone up here talking to me. I have to listen. I'm a kid. I don't know. Then I was like, okay, get over it. It's not really that big of a deal.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, nice.
That's awesome.
Very good.
Yeah. So while you were here, we had the opportunity to have a pharmacist from Malaysia join us.
That's right.
Yes.
Fanji. Shout out to Fanji.
Hey, Fanji.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Hopefully he's listening. What were the odds that we would have another Malaysian pharmacist?
Same age.
Yeah.
She grew up maybe a few miles from where I was born.
Right.
Isn't that something?
To join us in Nebraska.
I know.
Yeah, to be here.
Divine intervention. I kept telling you guys, divine intervention.
So tell us a little bit about what that experience was like for you, or what you loved about that experience. I think we all loved that experience, but what did
I think
you love about
more so than anything professionally that we worked with and helping him achieve his goals from coming over here was, seeing another individual that was the same age as me, for the most part, same childhood. I came to the States when I was 5, but still though, like having to interact with him, having the same palate, same interests was so awesome.
Yeah.
So that was great.
It was a cool, and again, I think that's Corey, who was on with Raj and I last month on the show, was saying that one of the things that he thinks would be good for us is for people to know more about what we do at the NPA.
Oh, yeah.
And like Raj was saying earlier, some days, you're like, oh, I'm doing this, this, and this. And then you switch to that, that, and that. And it's so different every day, and probably, similar but different than being in a pharmacy.
Right.
But that's one thing. It's so hard sometimes for us to say what we do in a day and all the things we're doing, because we're doing so many different things.
It's
you
true.
never know if 1 month you're going to have a pharmacist from Malaysia joining us, that we take axe throwing and to legislative things.
Yes.
We just never know what's going to happen from one day to the next.
We're like Santa. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We're
Yeah, all the
everywhere doing
time.
everything.
Everywhere doing everything.
That is right.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot of fun events. What's been your favorite fun event that we've done?
Excluding the travels to Vegas, that was awesome. And Phoenix, also awesome. The favorite fun event that we've done. Wow, there's so many. I mean, the axe throwing was cool. We got to do that. An escape room.
Yeah.
That was really exciting. Shooting off fireworks in the streets. That was kind of cool. I mean, I guess having my first runza was kind of cool too. I don't know. There's some...
That was one of the things we did with Fonji too. Everyone has to have their first runza.
Yeah.
I don't see the hype, but it's good though. It's good though.
Yes.
Yeah. I used to like it more when I was a child, but
I still love it now.
I'm just getting ready to make homemade runzas. Actually, yeah.
And deliver.
DM
And
for
deliver.
the recipe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna do a game.
All right.
All right.
The game of Do You Know Raj? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So I made this game. I'm
Okay.
not even sure if I know all the
Did you go
answers to
through
it.
2008 Facebook.
So yeah. No, but I should have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should have.
By the way, at the beginning we called Raj the Malaysian Sensation.
Yes. I don't want anybody to be offended by that.
Right.
Right.
But I mean, he is the Malaysian Sensation.
It's true. That is true. There is no other Malaysian
right.
sensation.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what Natalie calls him all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that was his MySpace, if anyone can go
No,
back.
it was my Twitter handle.
Twitter.
I think it
I
was.
thought it was MySpace.
No, I didn't have a MySpace. I think it was my Twitter handle, but I haven't been on Twitter in years
Forever.
and years and years. Yeah, Amy's like, "Oh, I found you on." I was like, "Oh, did you?" Like,
Well, Meredith, I think, said she
did.
found
And
it.
I was like,
She's
"Oh,
like,
like,
he's like,
I mean,
what? Yeah.
She's like, "No, is this you?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's me." But I
Oh my
should have
gosh.
deleted it.
It was
but
a
it's
little
just-
teeny Raj.
Yeah, but it's just like the account is just existing out there right now.
He's like, MySpace. I'm too young for MySpace.
Yeah, he probably
Barely,
was.
barely.
Barely.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was ever on MySpace.
No, I was not.
Not. Yeah.
No.
I don't know if I was.
I'm too old.
Okay. So, we're gonna see what we know. Okay, you're gonna go first.
Okay. Do you know Raj? These are good. Who sponsors Raj in pickleball?
Okay, I think it's 2 words.
Two companies.
Oh,
Two
two
companies. Uh-oh.
Okay, I think
I only know
one's
one.
like, is it chicken and pickle or pickly chicken?
The first one.
Chicken and pickle.
Chicken and pickle.
Yeah.
Chicken and pickle, and there's a second one.
Mhm.
I don't know what the second one is.
Ooh.
I should, but I don't.
You remember
Um,
this sign from Star Trek?
Yeah, but I can't do
Remember
it.
what it's called?
Go forth and prosper.
I think it's called
I don't know. I need to call a friend.
Vulcan.
Vulcan.
I didn't remember that.
That's
okay.
right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Chicken and
remember.
pickle and Vulcan
Chicken and
pickleball.
pickle.
Yeah.
Okay. It has more ring than pickly chicken.
That's another
Yeah.
company.
That's a whole different company. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. What age does Raj hope to retire at?
45.
That's true. I would say 45 to 50 is my range. 50 at the
Okay.
latest.
Okay. I wish at
That I
Raj's
knew.
age I would have had that dream
Oh, yeah.
and actually done something about it. Yeah. Because I'm almost past the age of him wanting to retire by. So,
Yes. Okay, my question next.
okay.
Amy, how much can Raj deadlift? Is it 200 to 300 pounds,
Okay.
300 to 400 pounds, 400 to 500 pounds, without getting a hernia? I think that's
Right.
yeah,
Or passing out.
or hurting himself.
I mean, I want to aim high and say it's 400 to 500, but that might be a different one, like the one you push
Deadlift.
up, like the
A bench press.
a bench press.
If only.
300 to 400?
Final answer.
Yeah.
I'm actually deadlifting around 535 right now.
Get out of town. I didn't even go up high enough.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's a trick question.
Wow, that was
yeah.
a trick question.
Yeah, current one rep's around like 535 right now.
Because that's just like standing and
Just
lifting.
picking it up.
Oh,
Just
God.
picking it up. stand up.
535. My God. Okay.
Mhm.
How much are you deadlifting right now?
I can't even do 20.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, can I bend down far enough to get the bell up?
I was going to say, and I have to get up. I can bend down and
Yeah,
but
'cause you
have
gotta
to
squat?
stand
You
up.
gotta stand
Oh,
up. Yeah.
I squat and stand up.
No, it's
No, you just pick
your
it up
legs
off the
are
ground.
straight.
Oh,
pick it
okay.
up
Your
off the
legs
ground.
are straight. Okay,
Yep.
so I was like, if I have to squat, I'm definitely falling backwards by the time I try to get
Yeah,
that.
without
lifted.
tipping over.
Yeah, I'm probably a good deadlifting 30 pounds, maybe. You think?
No, more.
No.
For sure more.
What?
Yes.
I don't
We'll
know.
take you guys there sometimes. We'll test it out.
Okay. If my
Deadlift-
knee doesn't, give out on me or something.
Deadlift and die.
Yeah, deadlift and die. Yeah. Okay. how old? I think he said this
He just
earlier.
said
He just
that.
said that.
Yeah.
How old was Raj when he moved to the United States? But I thought it was a totally different age. So
Yeah, he just a little guy.
Yeah.
Did you just start kindergarten then? Did you start in school right away when you moved here?
Yeah, kindergarten or first grade.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were 10 for some reason.
No.
Were you
Half
10
that.
when you moved to Kansas City?
We lived in Oklahoma until I was 5th grade, and then we moved out to Kansas City. So however
Okay.
old you are when you're
12-ish.
5th grade.
Okay. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ish. Okay.
Okay.
Because you were younger. Okay.
Would Raj save you, Amy,
Yeah.
or Jinxie
Mm-hmm.
if a speeding car was coming at you both?
He would definitely push me out of the way and grab Jinxie and get
Yeah.
her out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think he'd save you both?
No, I think he would. He would push me down, and if the car ran over me, it would
he
be
would
okay.
run over you to get to
yeah,
Jinxie.
just whatever he had to do to get Jinxie out of the way. Whether that meant he pushed me into the flying by car. Yeah, for sure.
I would try my best to save you both.
Right.
Aw,
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yes.
nice?
That is nice. I don't know if I believe it, but yeah.
Yes.
Well, and for our listeners, we need to emphasize that Jinxie, he is not engaged to Jinxie.
No.
but
she
my
is the
world.
love of his
She's my
life.
everything.
She is
Yeah.
his girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his cat.
The
Jinxie
cat
is his
Jinxie.
cat.
Yes. And hats off to Natalie for
yes.
being the best fiance in the world.
Right, because she knows that when Raj walks in the door from being away from her, he's going to go right to Jinxie and
Jinxie
then say,
first.
maybe pass Natalie on the way and say, hey, what's up?
Hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Where's my Jinxie poo?
Yeah.
He does have a sweatshirt, which this is an interesting conversation too.
Yeah.
What I call a crew neck sweatshirt.
Sure.
You're
I
going to
know.
put on,
I
right?
know exactly what you
Yeah.
mean.
Raj calls a sweater. So we had a
Yeah,
conversation
I
one
thought it
day and we
was-
were really confused. He said he wanted a sweater with something on. I was like, a sweater? Interesting. To wear to the gym? Because he said to the gym. And I was like, you want to wear a sweater to the gym? And he was like, and I'm like, are you talking about a sweatshirt? And he's like, well, no, not like a hoodie thing. And I'm like, well, no, like a crew. It was like a,
Yeah. So when it comes
thing.
to like dosing Vanco, managing
Yeah.
hypertension, managing your diabetes, I can do it. It's
yeah,
easy.
I don't
can
even
do
know
it.
what dosing
Every
Vanco
day. You can do
meant.
it all day.
Yeah, I can do it all day.
Yeah.
However, picking the difference between, a cardigan or a sweater
Or what Argyle is.
or Argyle,
Or
like
Argyle.
different designs. I
Right.
mean, if you see me at the office, I've got 4 shirts I rotate through. I've got like 3 colors I wear. Like very simple, very, very simple
Right.
life. I don't put my decisions into this.
It's-
I
into
love
that,
that.
right.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
No decision fatigue
Right.
for Raj.
I mean,
when
but
it
if you
comes
need
to
some
getting
outfit
dressed.
information.
I've got Natalie.
That's
I've
one
got
of us.
Jinxie. Who else
Right.
am I going to impress,
Right.
right?
Right.
So.
Right. You got it all.
But he does have a sweatshirt, a crew neck sweatshirt with Jinxie on the left
Jinxie's
chest.
face, yes.
Yeah.
Right over
I
my
need to
heart.
see this.
Yeah. And he's also got pictures of Jinxie.
Jinxie, yeah.
Jinxie hanging up.
Jinkies.
Jinky.
Jinky, chicken and Jinky.
Yeah,
It's-
Jinky pickly chicken.
One of those days.
Stop.
One of those
Poor
days.
Amy.
Oh my gosh. I'm having a
goodness.
day. Yesterday, I did have to do like an hour straight of reciting lines for a video that we're doing. After we went through the script for an hour and a half to figure out the correct wording of a script we'd already written. And then I had to sit and, like say
Read
a
it.
paragraph like 3 times for every paragraph in this whole thing. So I think maybe I'm just, today I'm like, I
Little
cannot
tongue-tied.
say a word.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little tongue tied.
Okay. Would Raj rather watch anime or listen to country music?
I don't know about the anime. I'm guessing that's a yes because I know that country music is a big fat no.
No.
Big
Yeah.
fat no.
That was, I think, one of my concerns when I came to
to Nebraska.
no. When we went on the Ace tour,
Oh.
I was like,
we're
what's the
gonna-
music they're gonna play? And I didn't bring my
Oh, in the
headphones because I
car,
thought I would
okay.
be respectful and
Right.
entertain
Oh,
the conversation.
Nice. Now he'd just throw the headphones on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now
Now we're at
I'll
the point
put
where it's
them
just
in.
like,
Sleep.
whatevs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to sleep. But
Yeah.
I stayed up the whole time.
So
and
you thought, we did not play
No,
country
I don't
music. If
think we
I
did.
was in charge, we probably didn't play country music.
You
Because
were-
I'm
you were in
also,
charge.
I think
let's
you were
face
in
it.
charge. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say when you came to Nebraska, he was thinking like, well, it's going to be country music and
Yeah.
I think it has its time
Guitars
and place.
and Cadillacs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
there
it
should
has
be a
its time
place,
and
yeah.
place for everything, but
Yes.
not the time nor the place I want to be at.
Right.
So
Right. When I will say, when I
Raj.
first moved to Phoenix, I got there and some of the people who were from Arizona, which can be kind of cowboyish too.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Raising Arizona ever in your life, can be also kind of like that. But when I got there, they were like, oh, one girl was like, you were not what I was expecting at all. And I was like, oh, what were you thinking? She's like, I don't know. I thought you'd have like braids. And I was like, and rode up on a horse? And she was like, kind of. Do you ride a horse? And I was like,
a serious question?
No,
Weird.
I'm from the city,
Yeah.
And she was like, you look like you're more from California or something. And I was like, okay, well, I'll take that.
Well, they're kind of close.
I was like,
Nebraska, California.
Yeah. I was like,
close,
I feel like, there are people in Nebraska who look like me. So we don't all,
There are some people in Nebraska that are kind of cool.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Not everyone's
hair.
riding a horse. And,
Purple hair.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, some country music is not bad.
I do listen to country
Some
music.
Johnny
I listen to
Cash?
all music. Johnny, I don't like the old stuff. To be
You
honest
don't.
with you, no.
Some of the new stuff is
It's like the too much cheese question, right?
Right.
Lots of room for debate here.
Right.
Lots of room for debate.
Right.
A moot point.
Who's your favorite band?
I'm just gonna have to throw back old school Linkin
Okay.
Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, love them.
From Phoenix, actually.
Oh, really?
They're from Arizona.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Excellent.
Okay. All right. We're going to talk about some events, and Raj is also going to jump in with some of these also.
Awesome.
Monday, May 15th, there's a Board of Pharmacy meeting, can anyone go to a Board of Pharmacy meeting?
Yes.
Okay. So the public could go. I mean, or a pharmacist could go. I don't know if the
Pharmacists
public wants to go to a
public
Board
can
of
go.
Pharmacy meeting, but maybe
For the
they
open
do.
sessions, they can.
They can. Okay.
Yep. It's an open session.
Okay.
Yeah, open meeting.
Okay.
On Tuesday, May 16th at 7:30, we have a webinar sponsored by Alkermes.
Okay.
Very excited about that. It's going to be a discussion about the use of Vivitrol in patients who have alcohol use disorder.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of pharmacists are helping to get those patients started on therapy before they leave a hospital, maybe.
Okay.
So this is going to be really interesting. I think we're going to learn a lot.
And what does the medication do? Is it similar to like someone who was on like Suboxone, or as far as for alcohol use?
Right. It does decrease cravings.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
good
didn't know
stuff.
there was such a thing.
There
Okay.
is. There is.
Okay. So May 21st through the 23rd, there's the NASPA leadership meeting in Washington, D.C., and you're going to that with Corey Durbin.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went last year with Ryan Fluge,
Mm-hmm.
which gave Ryan and I some time to be together. And they talk about all kinds of things that our president-elect needs to know. So super
Cool.
exciting about spending some time with Corey in May and
Very cool.
learning more information about governance and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
good. On May 24th, I wanted our listeners to know that the Nebraska Pharmacists Association, we were talking earlier about how we do a lot of different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And I don't know that our students are always so surprised when they come in, our rotation students, and like, I didn't know you were connected to the National Community Pharmacists Association, or, the American Hospital and Health Systems Pharmacists, as well as the American Pharmacists Association.
Right.
So yeah, well, once a month, Raj and I have been meeting with the national organizations and listening to a lot of their advocacy information.
That was really cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and on the 24th, we're going to sit in with NCPA, who represent the independent pharmacies or community pharmacists. They have a call with the state associations to talk about what they're doing in DC.
Cool. Yeah, I think that is one thing that with all of us, and like Raj was saying, sometimes it can be like meeting after meeting. By the end of the day, you're meetinged out. But I think we're all involved in so many different organizations that are either throughout the United States or throughout the state, that we're learning information and sharing information with so many different organizations, whether that has to do with pharmacy or opioids or whatever that we're all doing. But just so much information that we're all taking in, so that we can do more and share more with pharmacists out there.
That's right. Yeah. Well, and the best part is the national organizations help us with state efforts, and the states help the national organizations. A lot of times they'll send us a note saying, hey, contact, your congressional delegates. Adrian Smith took a lead on a bill most recently in Congress. I'm super proud of that. That's going to help elevate our practice. So yeah, you
just never know. And like you guys were saying, they asked if you guys would talk about the fellowship that we're doing, and Phoenix had also reached out to us, their association, to see how we did our statewide Narcan program, because they're trying to do something like that. And it does take a village. I mean, it takes everyone with a lot of these things to share information, so that you can have all the knowledge.
That's right.
All the knowledge.
All the knowledge out there.
Okay. And then May 26th, and this is something Raj will be involved with still. We're doing a long-term care network educational and networking event. This will be held at Mahoney State Park. This is for members only. So again, we'll plug, if you're not a member or you haven't renewed, it's definitely worth it to become a member.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many things that you can be involved in that are members only things too. And so we want to encourage people to do that. But tell us more about the long-term care network event.
Yeah, so the long-term care network event is co-hosted with the NPA and then one of our board members, Caitlin McManaman. So this program aims to educate long-term care-based pharmacists in various updates, whether that be on the regulatory side or the medication side as well. And I think Caitlin did a wonderful job of getting in some renowned speakers in the long-term care space. I think Phil Fogg is one of these individuals. So there's going to be free food.
Right.
There's going to be great networking opportunities.
Right.
It'll be hopefully pretty nice out in May, not as windy as it is now. So we're looking forward to it.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to have a couple people from CMS there. So anybody who wants to get in touch with regulators, especially in the long-term care space, is going to have an opportunity to do that as well.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a great event. So we're putting a little more focus at the NPA on the practice networks and having an opportunity for those folks to have a more customized experience to their specialty area.
Right. Instead of just everyone all
together.
Yeah.
This is going to be going to be a great event.
Yeah. And Raj and Caitlin have done great getting that event all handled. So I did want
to mention that June 2nd is the Nebraska Antimicrobial Summit.
Okay.
There will be more information about that on our event calendar.
Okay.
But this is something that has been supported by pharmacists across the state and Nebraska Medicine in particular, with their antimicrobial stewardship campaigns. So this is going to be a big meeting of like-minded people across the healthcare spectrum.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, to talk about antimicrobials. So,
and will this be an in-person thing? Do you know?
In person in Omaha.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then June 22nd, you are going to go to the McKesson Idea Share in Las Vegas.
Super excited about that. I went last year, and it is a program that it really revolves around community and independent pharmacies. And got to see a lot of great members, pharmacy owners last year. Looking forward to seeing them again in Vegas this year.
Yeah, because a lot of people do go to that. So.
Yes.
Alrighty.
We have set a date for the next HSync event. Raj is laying the groundwork for another great event on August 4th in Lincoln. That is also a members only event. So people need to be a member of either the health systems network, hospital health systems network, or our industry network to be able to go to that event.
Yeah, cool. It'll be fantastic. I think we're going to build on our successes from last year. So we're hoping for a great turnout.
Cool. Now, is this something that Raj would come back for?
I hope so.
Okay.
Still help us out. If I'm a speaker, I'll come back.
Hey, yeah. We're going to make that happen.
I love it.
We're going to make that happen.
Okay. So the Fall Pharmacy Forum.
Yes.
We had some dates for it that we've shared. We had to change that because we had some conflicts with speakers. And are you also going to the event? Yeah. So, because what is that?
It's NCPA, the National Community Pharmacists Association. Their annual meeting is October 12th.
Okay, so that fell on those dates.
Yep. So we're going to change the dates of the Fall Forum so that people can go to NCPA and the Fall Forum.
Right.
Attend both of those.
Double win.
That's right.
Yes.
No FOMO.
Win-win.
So the new dates are October 5th through the 7th.
Right.
So, and we'll, in October. So we'll be sending stuff out to you, letting you know about that. And that again is a members only event.
Yeah.
That one's for everybody. It's a lot of great speakers and fun.
Yeah, we're going to have the Mortar Bowl again. We're going to do, some of the old tried and true. We're going to have the new drugs.
Yeah, the top 6 new drug presentation. That'll be fun.
Yeah. We're going to get some students to help with that. I'm going to do I'll do a law review. So a lot of some of the sessions that we've had in the past, but and then bring on some new topics.
Yeah.
So super excited about that.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow the NPA page on Facebook, and if you're a member, we'll keep you posted up in the daily news dose. And you can always go to the events page at nfarm.org.
Yeah. And for those of you that are members, there is a new members only group on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're excited. You may have already gotten an invitation to be part of this. And then if you're a member, then you're able to join it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're excited about this because it will give people a way to engage with other members and other pharmacists. If you have questions, you can ask them on there, and then people can chime in and get you answers for things. It's a great way to network, just stay in touch with people. Find an old classmate if you need to.
Yeah,
something like that. So if you didn't receive an invite through Facebook and that's something that you want to do, you can go to the NPA Facebook page and ask to join. And again, if you're not a member, sign up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'd love to have you. So,
okay. So Raj, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. For the 15th episode of
Pharm Girls.